OTL jersey. I'm gonna have it ordered on the next one when we do it. So you just let me know what team you want.
That was my patented shot. One thing I could do was finger roll.
Yo,
Yeah,
what it is,
what's
man?
going on? Chilling. Nah, like I was saying just a little while ago, I'm gonna definitely have to get Reem jersey and whatnot. You just let me know what it is and I'll what team it is. I ain't gonna be mad. You ain't gotta pick the Lakers, but I'll make sure.
I'm Timberwolves.
I'm a Timberwolves, man.
Timberwolves. What are you talking about?
Thank you, man.
What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
That's
my dog. That's my dog. I know what jersey he picking. He picking Timberwolves. What are we talking about?
All right. That's fine by me. They got their ass whipped today, though. But it is what it is.
Yo, I seen it. This niggas lost by 30 and then called it. Then wanted to get the 100-piece. This niggas is crazy.
Yo, that was classic.
Wait. That really happened?
That was classic. It was
240. I think they called it.
Yeah. Yo, it was 10 minutes in the game. 10 minutes left. But what the Spurs, aka Rockets, now they up 90 to like it might have been like 60, maybe 40. I don't know. It was something crazy.
It was 96 to 66.
Well, at that time,
when somebody took a picture of the score, I was like, ooh.
No, but at the time it was like 40. It was like 40 something, and they made a little bit of a comeback and made it a little bit more respectable than what it really was, but. Right before, like, Boobie called the timeout, it was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Boobie was trying to get that 100-piece before that 2-minute warning came. Mark walked over to the table and was like, yo, game over. We ain't even going to let them get another opportunity to score.
What about dignity? You got to have dignity, though. You got to have dignity.
Listen, that 100-piece, nah.
What's the difference? You round it up. We go up. In school, if it's 5 and up, we round it up to the whole, right? So it's 100. So whatever they have.
So you round it up to the nearest.
The nearest hole. Nigga, like, yeah, fuck that.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, you guys want to go through today's games or what, man? Let's go through today's games. At least, talk about it. You want to wait till showtime? You know what I mean? But it was definitely good games today, for sure. I was on the receiving end of another, loss, 2 in a row. So, you know what I mean?
What you want to start off from early to late? If so, I can run it off to you. First game, the 9 o'clock game. But one more thing, please, let's get to the gym. Please open the gym doors early. 9 o'clock. We should already be playing. We shouldn't be walking in the gym at 9 o'clock. That's why we were a little bit behind. We get that we get that all straightened out. We'd be a lot better. First game was excuse me.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was an issue with getting in the gym one time.
It was an issue getting in the gym. Like we were sitting in the cars, at 8:30 this morning trying to get in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not me per se. Those guys. I had a wild night out with the Smith boys, and I was late, so I was actually on time because of them being late. So, yeah. Shout out my cousins. Yeah.
Shout out to the Smith boy. What was that? What was that like, real quick though? What was that night out like? What was going on? What y'all get into?
We went down. We started off at Rufus's joint, the Mix. Which is a real nice little spot out there in Ashmont and whatnot. But it was kind of light because yesterday there was just so much going on in the city. We had that boycott because of the president, goofy ass and shit. But that was statewide. There was a boycott going on and whatnot. You had a couple events down at Faneuil Hall.
Oh, shout out to one of the people who made the Spar Minds most influential, Miss Fina Fanlin. She had the blackout event yesterday because Hightower pulled up to that. You know what I mean? And that seems like it's always a really dope time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was definitely a beautiful day in the city yesterday, today. Nice, just good weather. You know what I mean? So it's good to be outside. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We had the Caribbean culture fashion show. It was going on all weekend. Well, all week. At RCC, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
your daughter was involved in
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Let's talk to us about your baby girl's journey in fashion, man. Doing dope things. Shout out to Samantha, man.
No, it was definitely dope to see her kind of follow. Well, actually, these are actually her footprints. This is what I kind of wanted to get into, the fashion world and stuff like that. But it is good that she kind of brought this. She kind of picked it up, and now she's doing fashion designs. A lot of people liked a lot of her designs at the show at RCC a couple of nights ago. She got a lot more invites to go to other shows and stuff like that. I just gave her a couple pointers here and there, and I also told her she got to start making a couple of pieces for like the older niggas so we can go out there and rock it. That way, we can probably get the Grove Hall podcast crew to get up there on stage and just walk it one time and whatnot, and just rock some of her pieces and stuff like that. But I'm not rocking none of those vests, those vampire shits. I mean, she had some shit that I was like, that's the movie. That's a movie set type shit. That's a movie set type shit. But nah, it was definitely a great experience. It's always good to see your kids, excelling at something and whatnot. So, definitely a shout out to them and the rest of the crew that put lines up there on throughout the week. They were at the seaport yesterday.
Shout out to them.
Yes, definitely. Ireem, I know you would have enjoyed it because you like the fashion guru, man.
I see your pictures. I seen the pictures you put up. I was looking at them. It was looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond's definitely the West Side Gun of the hood, Ghostface of the hood.
You already know what it is, man.
No question about it.
Yeah.
Nah, but how your game go? I heard my man Will Lyons stepped up today.
Look, I love Will. Like I said, first game of the day was the Clippers versus my Lakers, and as I kind of predicted on their show yesterday, the other podcast show we don't rival, we were gonna pick that.
Yeah. It's funny you say that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and we got a guest inside.
Spence cleared it up last night. You know what I mean? He cleared it up today when I ran to him. And I know it was just real tongue in cheek. It wasn't really nothing about just saying like how they were the first podcast and all. But it was like of leagues. Like there hasn't been too many leagues that have started a podcast, and he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said that to him. You know what I mean? Like,
well, to a degree, because see. And like I had to correct him.
Respect life, though.
Huh?
It's money and violence, and it's respect life.
For sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely. But I had to set the record straight that the idea actually came from the Grove Hall podcast, which should have been something that happened 4 years ago. And me and them actually had a conversation about how we were going to actually do it. We were actually going to be set up there in their studio and then they ended up going ahead and doing it. So they were the actual first ones to bring it live, but the idea came from us. But even before the idea came to us, there was an idea way before with Sit and Talk, where, Sit and Talk wanted to do, the same type of thing. But like I told them, everybody can eat in this, this atmosphere. It's all family at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And, we have no problem. Probably linking up and just collabing on something.
No, I told Spence today, and I had mentioned it to Francis a week ago. I said, we built you guys coming onto the show this season. We built an episode out for you guys. So like, there's plans for us to, you know what I'm saying, like collaborate all in the same scene, because I love what you guys do for the league. It's never anything personal. It's, you know what I mean? Like this is all fun. You know what I mean?
And we have a cool guest also here today. So y'all want to bring him in early, or y'all want to? How y'all want to do this? How y'all want to work this?
7 o'clock, man. So you know what time it is, man. Let's get it. Another episode of Go For Podcast. Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
On
Dead Dogs, the Grove Hall show, got it locked. The best sports show in New England, it's your first stop. See Coach Maine handle topics like he got the rock. Point guard, drop it off, help you find your spot. You know Payne got the streets on smash, dropping jewels every time like J Kid off the glass. And let's keep it real, everybody game for real. That's why we got Mr. Maritime here to seal the deal. Tune in.
Yo, what up? It's Coach Maine. We back here, another episode, Grove Hall Podcast.
Sam Little, you know, coach with the most.
You already know flying trees only, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Only, you dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But before we start the intro, man, our guest, one of our guests hopefully pops up, and we want to bring him on. OG in this game, and you know, can really tell us about a lot of the history of the OTL and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cambridge own the good OG, Selvin Chambers. Hey,
what's up, people? What's going
on?
How y'all doing? Thanks for having me here tonight. I just want to say one thing, though. You don't dismiss them Hawks. I just want to say that.
them chicken hawks, huh? Them chicken hawks.
Well, they made a statement today with only half a team, so
I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zach listen. He had that rookie. He had Caesar on it. He can't. First of all, you can't come to the gym wheeling heelys. Those are for kids. But he had Caesar doing a snake dance. It was unbelievable.
Look, Zach is like tough. We were talking about him today. We were talking about the top 3 guards in this league, and I said the top 3 point guards, and I said Zach will probably be the top point guard in this league because he's probably the purest out of all the new up and coming guards that are in the league. And then I said Brandon Ball, and I brought up from the Bulls. I mean, not from the Bulls, from Paul. I brought up Paul.
Yeah.
But I said if I was to look at the whole league as a whole, and in everybody's heyday, there's only 2 point guards that I think are real point guards in our league right now. And one of those guys was Frankie Patton. If they were all the same age right now, Frankie Patton's probably would be number 1 as the purest point guard in the league because he knows tempo. He knows he can get his. He also knows how to set everybody else up. And I also said another underrated person that if his mind was right, and a lot of people will probably be like, Sam, you're bullshitting and not get the fuck out of here. I said Drew Humphreys. Well, if excuse me?
Activated, huh?
Activated. Drew activated. Like pure point guards, we don't have a lot of pure point guards. There's a lot of point guards that we call point guards, but they're scoring guards. They're just very undersized and stuff of that nature. But pure point guards that can control tempo, make sure guys. But Marcos, I could say that. But purest point guards, I would have to say Drew and Frankie number 1.
Yeah.
I'm always give guys credit when I see certain things, and like I said, if Drew's head was strictly on playing ball the right way, like he's probably one of the purest point guards I've ever probably seen. Him and Frankie Patton.
Zach is right up here.
I'll be right back, yo.
All right.
Yeah.
Zach is right up there, though. It was impressive to see because he could score at will anytime he wanted to.
Yeah.
He's a tough cover no matter who covers him, so he doesn't make it easy for anyone.
Right.
Drew Angus, no. That's my guy, but no. Not pure point guards.
Pure point guards, absolutely. That's like you're saying Frankie, and Frankie to me is more scoring. He's always been more of a scorer than a pure point guard. So I mean I have to disagree. You know what I mean? To say he's just like the purest point guard, I can't agree.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's up for debate. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think Frankie's more of a scoring point guard.
Right. That's how I.
Well, that's
that-
because he had you on him, and it was different. So it's like
So-
I know when to eat.
Right. But Zach sets people up. He scores, and sometimes his issue sometimes he's too unselfish. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Now that is absolutely truth about Zach. He's such a very he's such a humble, nice person that he doesn't understand, or maybe he doesn't, how much of a killer he really is out there.
Yeah.
On the floor.
And I said the same thing about Paul. You know, like he's just so unselfish. And like my thing with Paul is that, you know, sometimes I'm like, Paul, you just don't know when to kind of get yours. Like when you just need to take over and just because he's so unselfish. Like I like there's a lot of times I'm like, yo, people don't give him, but then again, he just doesn't always just take it upon, you know, himself to kind of whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. But I love Paul. I love his game. But I just need to see when he just takes over, because there's a lot of times he's shorthanded and he's still trying to get guys in the game, and it's like, nah, fuck them niggas. And Paul, go do you, man, because you got a bunch of scrubs, especially last year or 2 years ago that you had with you, and it's just like, nah, you got to go get yours. Like they've done good the last 2 years in the draft, so you know he got a little bit more help this year.
Yeah, no question about it. Did everyone kind of state their opinion on top 3 point guards, since that's the conversation that we're going to right now?
I'm going with Scotty.
Really?
Scott Tavares.
Nah, Zach's definitely one. I ain't even gonna hold you. I rock with Zach. Zach. Brandon Ball's always gonna be my guy, so you can never take nothing from Brandon Ball.
Yeah.
Paul Beck's the same.
Everyone that was named is in the top 5, if you really think about
it.
So that's
right.
It'll be jumbled up. Yep.
Right. It's no real wrong answer. It's just a matter of, you know, how many you could put on that list. But definitely, let me see. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna go Brandon. Paul.
No bias, even though he's on his team, but no bias.
No bias. Again, if Brandon played on the Hawks, the Timberwolves, the Lakers, he would.
But that's why I said no bias. There's no bias.
He would still be one of the best point guards in the league, like easily.
Without a doubt. No, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's not even questionable, right? And Hawks will take him too. We can have him as Zach.
Oh, so that's what you're doing, Selvin? You over here tampering, huh?
You know. Oh, we didn't talk about Hollywood Drew Angus. I know Drum.
That's my guy, but I didn't want to be biased. You know, that's Hollywood. So ain't too many people can mess with Drew Hollywood.
I would mix Hollywood in that. I would mix him in that too, though.
I love Drew. Yeah,
I would mix him in that.
Absolutely. It's funny because both of the games today, the Bucks and the Sixers and the Rockets and the Heat, that was the conference finals games from last year, but that went to the championship.
Yeah,
those are the two teams that face each other in the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? You know, totally different. But yeah, man, through 3 games. I mean, Selvin, did you give your point guards?
I just did. I agree with all the point guards.
He did. Yeah.
Okay. I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. That's the guys that were named. Those aren't debatable. There's no one you can say, nah, he shouldn't be in there.
Yeah,
right. And I think if you ask those guys, each one that was named, they'd all would name those other people.
They probably would. They probably would. They definitely probably would.
Yeah.
But yeah, to a degree. Yeah.
No, I think so. I think most of those guys in there would pick those guys. What do you guys think of the current like crop of like talent from a just a talent perspective from the league? Is this some of the most talent that you saw in a while, or were there more days where there was a lot more talent? And it's good to have Selvin here because he kind of can speak to.
Listen, I can speak to it a lot because I played in the league for about 23 years, right?
Yeah.
And so, and the difference between the league now and then, there were more has-beens in the league than there now. There's more never wases, right? Because back and what I mean by that,
Oh, yeah.
listen, what I mean by that, right? You had a lot of Division I players that played in the OTL years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now
definitely.
you have a handful, right? And didn't anyone just come in because you could pay your 150 and get in? You had to come into the draft, and you had to really bust some ass to really get in, right? And if you were on the periphery, some teams are like, I'm rolling with 8 players. We ain't drafting no one.
Yeah.
Now you'll draft just to fill them all up. So that's not discrediting anyone. But when you look at Jamie Benton, who played at BC, Jamie Benton had 80 points in a game in the OTL. You had DeJuan Chandler, who played at BC. You had Jerry Scott, who played at Providence, who lit Magic Johnson up for 40-something points. They lost. Providence lost. But you had those guys. You had Nippy Hall in the league. You had Roscoe Thomas and Patterson in the league. And you had guys that legitimately came in from their college career and overseas and then came into play. You had, when you look at Alski, and again, that's not discrediting anyone, but I've got almost 30 years of history of watching the league evolved and played in the league for 23 years, right? And there's a lot of talent now. The talent's actually getting better, to be honest with you. But at one point, it did a big dip. And then I'd say...
Yeah, probably around the time I came in, yeah.
Probably about 7 years
ago. I'm not lying.
About 8 years ago, it started turning into the OK Corral League, right? Then people started fighting and doing some, because the league was run by law and order before, right? There was a board of about 10 people, right? There weren't 3 people on the board. And at the time with the board, you had every coach on the board, right? So it wasn't as if, you had 3 or 4 people running. You had, the requirement was that every team had a member that was sitting on the board. So therefore it was governed more, because then you checked your players that when people are yelling at the referees and like the accountability was on the coaches, because they were board members as well. And I hope that they actually go back to that. But the league has had a lot of really good talent. I'm thinking back of Jarvis Murray, who went to Merrimack. When you got Shaquille, who was a beast, who was always there. And I think the league's getting back to it, because there are a lot of now guys that are in the league that had played solid college basketball, right? But there's a dip at one point when the Never Was's got in and started, I'm ready, right?
Yeah, but, I don't know what happened there, but
what is the Never Was's?
You was never good.
There's those guys that are has-beens, right? Who were good at some time in their career behind them, right? And then there's the Never Was's. Those are
examples, please, sir. You can't just come up here and talk. Examples, please.
I don't want to insult nobody, right? But there was a lot of guys know who's the Never Was. Is that when you were in the park and you're playing ball and they never got picked up when you were playing ball, and when you came back for college, they was your boy, but they couldn't play ball with you, and then they get to the OTL and they can pay their check and they get on a team because the team desperately needs to fill a roster slot. That's a Never Was. So you fill in the blank. And so what's going to happen is now there's going to be a legacy where people are going to say, you was a Never Was.
Oh, shit.
Now, this,
I like it.
I was a football player, so I might have been a Never Was, to tell you the truth. I might have been.
See, but there's a whole bunch of guys that will come in the league and say, what you said. I played this sport. I'm playing it to get some rec trade. You respect those guys. Yeah. You respect those guys.
Yeah.
But there's some that really thought they had some game, and it just be crazy.
And there's some that lie about the game. When I was playing in league and and was able to compete, there's a whole bunch of guys that I grew up on the other side of the water with that got in the league that were doing some things, and there's a whole bunch of them that was over there, going back over there, telling what they were doing in the league. And I'm like, I must have missed that game. I mean, guys do that. Right? You got guys that will give you 6 and tell you when they get to the hood, I had 15. I was like, I was at the game. We played against you. You didn't get in much. Those are real stories. But I won't out nobody. But there's a whole bunch of them, right?
Selvin, you all right?
it-
You can out him.
Hey,
We all
listen.
right when we walk in that gym.
Is Sandy on?
Huh?
Sandy,
Yeah.
Nah.
yeah, he's one of those never was. Sandy went to school with me. Sandy
One
was
is-
My dog alone. Shout out to Sandy. I'm glad.
love
Sandy-
his spirit, love his heart though.
I'm glad Sandy's back in the league, coaching with the Thunder. That was where
Definitely.
he belonged. When I saw him a few weeks ago, last week when they beat us, I told him, I said, "Yo, I'm glad to see you back in the league. Yo, one of the coaches who, you know, what I mean, I really respect, who really took this thing serious when it came to like your draft and all that stuff. Like Sandy used to come in, he have his notebook, all that. He was very well prepared for building his team, and I'm glad that he is back in the league. We need
Sandy's the type of coach that if you're not doing what he wants you to fucking do, he's gonna sub himself in and show you what the fuck he needs you to do, and then he'll sub himself out.
He's not
Like,
subbing himself
that's
in no
Sandy.
more. He's not subbing himself in no more.
You may do that, but nigga, we're not respecting that.
Hey, right. And I want to go on record, Sammy. I didn't call him a never was. You did.
I don't care. Nobody.
But if the title fits, it fits.
But you agree though. So I rest my case.
Yo,
But me and Sandy, we went to school since the Timothy up, and Sandy actually was a decent athlete. I mean, he ran track, he played basketball. Sandy was actually decent growing up.
Did he play football? He was pretty good at football, I thought.
That might have been one of those Cambridge stories that just came back. I don't remember.
Well,
I don't
he
know.
ain't from
I
Cambridge.
can't.
For the record, he ain't from Cambridge.
No, he ain't.
Oh
No,
snap!
he ain't from Cambridge. He actually from like I want to believe Sandy's from like Roxbury. If I'm not
All right, then that's all right. We're gonna stop talking about Sandy. Then he's from Roxbury. We're gonna leave it at that.
But Sandy's my man, though. But you know,
Nah, love
but
Sandy.
all bullshit
my
aside,
dog.
the league is actually getting better because you see better caliber of players actually coming into the league now,
Definitely.
which is good. And I think what that has done now, it has like when you look at this year's draft to last year's draft, like it has deterred the bums. Like you've seen them drafts where you've seen some of them, like the guy that hung with Cortland that would come in and got in the draft 3 years in a row and draft. I forget his name.
I know that nigga's name.
shit.
Hold up.
Oh man, you gotta relax.
No. What's his name?
Yo,
What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his
Cortland's
name?
roommate. Cortland's roommate.
Cortland,
damn.
what's your man's name? He's fucking terrible. 3 years and they get no burn.
It begins,
No, he got to play.
like a K or something.
He got to play for a day.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, he did a day.
Yeah.
And then turned into a ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had 5 players or 6 players. Well, he made 6 players, and they tried to sub him in, and he was like, "Nah." He got scared of the water.
His lungs came out of him that day.
Back.
You haven't heard from him since, but he would.
Yeah.
For 3 years, he drowned in the pool and then say, "These guys are hating on me."
Always.
I said, "Hating on you?" I said, "Do you see you?"
Yo.
I would tell him. I said, and at the time, I said, "I'm 59 years old." I said, "I'm getting picked before you." Shit.
And that's a fact, Jack.
Yo, it seems like the last 3 to 4 drafts have really shaped like where the league is at, like right now from a talent standpoint. Like because everybody has been cleaning up team-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, every team has been cleaning up like in the draft the last
I mean, you kind of can't go wrong now. You kind of can't go wrong now because the talent's starting to get so good, in the draft where you could just plug in a piece now. Some coaches are getting lucky.
No, that's true.
Some coaches are getting lucky because the talent's getting so good. They don't even know who they're picking sometimes.
Well, the Hawks don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Talk your shit. Talk that
No, but we don't. We got some people that know the basketball game that over there sitting on that bench. So.
Well, but it ain't Eric. It ain't Eric.
Shout out.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Everybody
Big
not named
English out here. What are you talking about? Big English. Anything English.
You can't shoot Eric down like that. Eric, no, he's coach.
Look, I told Eric today he sucked.
I saw you whispering something to him that
I'm not whispering.
Eric, listen, Eric knows the game.
Look, they could have 20-piece the fucking Heat today. He just wanted to make Sean happy today. So he let them come back in the game. He sat Zach, he sat Tony Lee, he sat them for like the last 8 minutes of the game.
Well,
we trying to get the fuck out the gym.
Well, what happened was they said when they came out, They started taking off shoes. There's 5 minutes left. They said, we good for the day. Now, when you got a team and you're up by 22 points, right? They let them run off 12 points, but that's an indictment on guys who are in the game at the moment. You got to be able to sustain.
A couple never was. Couple never was.
Hey, but you've got to. So the lesson learned: if you don't sustain what's in the game, right? When the game gets tough and the whole team gets in, you got to understand what your role is. Like that's the problem with the league. Some guys in the league don't know their role. Some people think they're, and we all do at some level, think we're better than we are, right? But we got guys on each team. There's at least 2 or 3 people on each team in this league that bitch about their playing time and know they and don't deserve the playing time. That's a fact. Deny it. Are there 2 or 3 people on each team that got some guys that should be happy sitting on the bench just play a role? Stop me when I lie. I've seen all the teams play in there. There's at least 2 or 3 on each team who every coach got to go, why the fuck these? Shut up. Am I lying?
Yeah, I don't see you ain't lying. I just want to talk about the names though. I need to know names. I just can't be in general.
But what I want to ask, you said that there used to be a representative from each team
on the board
originally. Yes. Can you speak to maybe why that might have changed throughout the years? Is there a reason why?
Because it wasn't like that when I came in the league, and that was I've been in the league I've been in the league 15 years now.
Yeah, so it changed right about that time. The reality for it is that you had some personalities that had come in the league and had a level of influence in it, right? And then you had some who made decisions that the board should be a particular size. But when I came in this league, it was very different. Very different. That it was a governing body that governed the league, right? Sometimes Deb's out on the line unfairly. Sometimes she's on the island by herself. Like even today, players are going over talking to Norma and Deb about a referee call. They don't ref the game,
right?
They don't. I mean, so when you hear that each week, when you hear guys going, "Look, these are your refs," like I've never heard someone who's losing a game and not blame a ref at some point along the way, right? Yep. But in this league, it gets over exasperated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when you can tell a, you know, when you can tell a ref today, it happened today. What, nigga? What you gonna do? That's on the ref too, because guess what? Boom, you done, right? Yep. A ref got to be able to take and wield their authority. It's not like they're going to get punked or get beat up, right? If a tech is a tech. And so the accountability mostly is on 3 levels. It's the coaches, it's the players, and it's the committee, right? Because the refs are always going to have good or bad games like players, but the coaches, the players, and the committee got to govern themselves a little bit better. I mean, we see it.
Yeah. I feel like it's getting back to that. It's doing better. I do wish that there was some type of structure where, like, again, to your point, how you had it before, where every coach at least had some opinion or something outside of just going to a coach's meeting, but just when it came to influence. Now, this kind of went back because I know in the recent coaches meet that we had before the season started, Deb has said that the power will be on her and the referee assigner, which is, I believe, Sherm. Will have the bulk of the decision making when it comes to disciplinary actions because of just having coaches on the board or certain coaches.
Well, it's because of complaints of players saying that having coaches on the board is kind of biased, but that's something that's always been. And the thing about that is, when certain, like for instance, if a guy on my team had an infraction, I can't no longer be a part of whatever the suspension is.
Yeah. That used to be like that, Sammy. It was like that.
No, it was. But I think what happened was there's too many cooks in the kitchen and too many different voices. And I think that probably is what caused a little bit of friction between the board, where they was like, you know what, we're just going to start downsizing and just dealing with certain people. That's how I think it kind of went about. But sometimes when there's too many voices, it becomes a problem. Because even, you know, me being halfway in, halfway out, I still sometimes feel like there's too many people giving opinions and just trying to just like just giving too many opinions and stuff like that, and not really putting in the work all the time like should be, and it kind of aggravates me a little bit. But you know, that's another story. You know, we've been through it, but I don't know. Sometimes I think less is better. You know, Rico's run a league by himself solely, and he's had a couple of valuable people. Someone doing the candy, someone, you know, Reese doing the score table. I mean, they're kind of like his board, but he's run the league by himself, where I think it's easier as a singular person running the board, because it's only one idea and everybody's cool with that and they respect it, as opposed to so many.
Right.
I think if you have real quick, OG, I think the only difference with that is the type of league it is. This league is where you draft players onto a team, or you can bring in your own franchise player, whatever the case may be, versus Rico's league, where you're just bringing in your own team. And anytime you don't want a player on your team, you can cut that player. You can give the money back to it. This league is different because it forces you to keep players on your team sometimes longer than you want them on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like one season guarantees them a spot to the next season. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes again, like to the OG's point, you're stuck with players sometimes that you're like, I can't even trade this guy because
your coach drafted him.
Right.
No, your coach drafted him. But
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
There's been time back in the day where the team would get together and say, hey, let's go meet with him. The whole team meet with him. Hey, here's your money back. You down. That's happened. We've met with people years ago and say, hey, listen, here's your money. You ain't fit for us.
But y'all was bullying motherfuckers. Y'all was bullying motherfuckers. Here, take your money back, or we gonna hurt you.
Hold up.
There was no physical threat. It's like
there was
you're
no
not gonna get much burn. You're not gonna get much burn.
Wink, wink. Yeah, I get it. There was no physical threats, but here, take your money back because you're not getting no burn. And if you show up, I get it. Yeah.
Well, and on top of it, when I first got in the league, there were written rules that we had to sign. Right? You had to play in a certain number of games. If you got a certain number of texts, and they didn't even the texts, they used to charge for them, and then they stopped charging for them. And what they did with the text was that if you get a certain amount of texts, you go.
Yeah.
Like they were. I recall this is probably when I first got in the league. There was someone that was kicked out of the league because they had excessive text. See, and so if you think about it, right, that's a level of self-governance where people start going like, all right, I'm a kid, and then the teams will go, we need you, cut it out. And I think having a structure in place, whether there's a board that and I think it makes sense, Sam, if you have a board that's not connected to any team, that's better, right? Or you have a board where everyone on each team has a participant of the board. Right, and they can't participate in that particular infraction. It's got to be either or. It's got to be no one's connected to a team. Put the things in right and make the players sign it, and then no one will know that. One year, we're playing in the playoffs. You're supposed to play 12 games. I play in the first game of the playoffs against the Knicks. We beat the Knicks. Then we lose in the second game. Then I come to play in the third game. They pulled the old Oak. I'll give Lenny his props. Lenny went over and said, hey, Selvin didn't play enough games.
Goddamn, you gave a name. Got him.
No, Lenny got me. No, I'm talking about as a coach. He was coaching the Knicks. He went over there and said, hey, look.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't got enough games. I said, but I played in the
playoff game.
Yes.
Yeah, so why didn't they give you the forfeit? They should have made you forfeit that game then.
Well, it's already too late. It's a fault on theirs because they didn't catch it.
They didn't. So the next game, it was like, yo, we're in lineup. We getting ready to join in the court. They came over. Deb said, yeah, that's right. I said, why'd you all tell me that the first game?
Yeah, I might have been there for that. I think I remember that was early on in my career there.
That was,
Can't-
but it was.
I can't do it, man. I can't. The competitor in me, like, yo, play, and if I lose, whatever the case may be. But I'm never gonna go and protest another.
Yo,
player.
fam, everybody, there's every guys
But
that do
everyone's
that
different.
every
Everyone's
year.
different.
There was the guys that did it last year,
Everyone's
Spence.
Oh shit.
Well,
There was a lot of guys that did it last year. So it happens.
I love you, bro, but I heard you were one of those people too. Now let's talk.
Nah,
talk to me.
I'm on the board. I got to govern. I got to govern. I'm on the
I
board.
heard from Rockets executive that you were one of those guys too.
Look, when they asked me to go, when they asked me to go look on there, I got. That's remember I wear two hats. So
I get it.
So when I look on there and I see that certain people haven't played games, I gotta sit there and I gotta sit there and I gotta say,
here we go.
Hey, listen, I'm not even gonna.
Here we go.
Like if the nigga, listen, I've already been hoodwinked already once and twice by ineligible players. Like if you're ineligible, you shouldn't be down here. Like there's rules for a reason.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just
listen.
Bro,
That's all it is. What's fair is what's fair. If my guys got to show up, your guys got to show the fuck up. That's all it is.
I get it.
So don't mess with my strategy. Don't mess with my strategy. I need to know, like, if your guy, if I know your guy was supposed to and played enough games, now I can incorporate a strategy around all those players. But don't show up come playoff time and be like, oh, he's playing. No, the fuck he ain't.
Ring,
man, you want to play the best team, though. You don't want to play the worst team.
There's still rules. There's still rules.
And you're right. It's rules, but come on, that's the suck. Come on, man.
Listen,
there's rules.
When I say
it
was one game, I was one game under. They were counting.
Come on,
but you played the playoff game. That should have made you over.
I tried that argument. I said, "Well, there you go. I'm in."
Look. What's the sense in them having rules if we're not going to follow them? That's all to it. So tell your man to get up in the morning. Tell your man to get his sucker ass up in the morning and come to the fucking gym. Because at the end of the day, you're not talking to me.
Damn.
Stay over there. And talk that dumb shit. Stay over there. That's just what it is. Like, don't get mad at me. Bring your ass to the fucking gym.
Come on, Sammy. I want to play the best team, nigga. I don't care about that.
I want to play the best team, but also show the fuck up then.
Damn, bro.
Listen.
We're reading what Eddie Murphy say, man. First the fat boys break up.
Everybody got a problem at home,
but all bullshit aside, the league is getting better. At one point it was on a level of prominence where when the guys was coming back, even if from school or whatever, and they graduated or from overseas, they're like, yo, that was the league to play in.
Yeah, definitely was.
I mean, to watch Jamie Benton put up 80 points, and it wasn't like he playing against bums, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just had one of those days, and he was phenomenal. To put up 80 points in there. I don't think there's anyone in that league that's put up 80 points outside of Jamie Benton in one game.
And we had a conversation recently about that. I think I forget what it was. Tony Gallo, I believe
he got close. He was in his 60s.
Yeah, Tony Gallo got close. He got close. He even had like a 50 or 60 point game down there. Something to that effect.
I don't remember who he was playing, but I'm just like, God damn.
Sleep went crazy down there too.
Did he?
Was that last year in the playoffs?
I think it was out of 50 piece. I think it went for
a 50 point game down there.
Sleep went crazy down there.
Okay, I know it's definitely been within the past few years that some people have had some really, really high scoring games.
Yeah.
I mean, but okay, so hold on. OTL aside, let's switch something.
Stockton. The killer crossover. Oh, brother. Hardaway leaving Stockton in the dust.
All right, we got our OTL business, man. The NBA season is starting back up Wednesday coming up, October 22nd. The league kicks off. How are you guys feeling about the state of the NBA today? Basketball, the season coming up. You're excited about it? Celtics standpoint, all that stuff. let's get into some NBA talk.
Damn. I guess we can go with the guest.
Well, the NBA is, I'm going to say this, it's getting a little better, right? But I think it's gotten a lot watered down when you got guys that are taking days off. Like that was, when someone pays for you to come to play a game, you never heard the legends. You didn't hear Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic. They didn't take days off, right? So the fact that you take days off, like when you're hurt, that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
But days off for rest, I don't understand that. And I think that the next guy that comes in the league that says, I'm going to be a 6'6" Dennis Rodman and grab rebounds and play defense is going to make millions and millions of dollars. Like there's not a lot of defensive players. So look at the young guy from that we just got with the Celtics. He admitted. Say it again.
What Menward or something like that?
Anthony Simons.
He admitted he was never asked to really play defense. Jab at the ball, jab and retreat. Like he admitted that, right? And he said, I'm up for the challenge. But the fact that the fundamentals of basketball have switched, and I'm going to go on record, AAU has fucked up basketball.
It's all one-on-one trainings now.
AAU has fucked up basketball. You got these guys who will start teams and get sometimes these rich parents who got money to pay for their team, their kid to spend $3,000 to be on a team and travel and get them believing you're going to be a really good basketball player.
Yeah.
So the demise of summer basketball has definitely been the AAU because the fundamentals are not taught on AAU. There are some teams, I don't want to insult all AAU, but most AAU teams aren't teaching the fundamentals. Some of them are suiting up, meet you at the game, right?
Yeah.
But the state of the NBA is getting a little bit better. But, I think part of it has been the fact that guys have kind of said, I'm going to take some days off, right? And some guys don't work on their fundamentals. So Simon admitted that. He was going to ask them to really play defense.
Word up. Little Reem, thoughts on the NBA season coming up?
I'm just waiting on these Celtics, man. I want to see what they do, man. They gotta prove something this year, man. I want to see if they really got the heart like they say they do.
Yeah.
And I want to see what Detroit do. Detroit's my sleeper this year, man.
I like Detroit.
Detroit's gonna be
the Thompson kid. Yeah, I like a lot of the cats on that Detroit team. They solid. They definitely solid. Cade, they got a good little squad over there.
Jalen Duran, the big
Duran,
athletic dude. Yeah, definitely. I think that this is gonna be Joe Mazzulla's best coaching season.
I think so.
I think so, from a standpoint that I think this thing that he's not a good coach and he's just, granted he's had a talented team and he did what you're supposed to do. But I think this season he gets to really show that he's a better coach than he was before because he's going to be lacking talent like never before. So he's going to have to get the most out of these guys. Now, an injury to a Simons or White or Jaylen Brown could derail that because they almost have to play like a perfect game almost. But I just think this is going to be one of Joe Mazzulla's.
You think?
Huh?
You think? I like a lot of the talent that's on that Celtic team. I've watched them from afar. I really think they're going to be like, not trying to switch it to football. I really think they're going to be like the Patriots this year. Where they're going to surprise a lot of people because they got a lot of pieces that people will probably, Tatum's out. But people forget Tatum sometimes is lackluster on defense. Sometimes. Some of those boys out there that they got on this team right now, they're fighting for a job. They want to make sure they have a job come next year when Tatum come back.
At 100%.
Yeah.
So they're going to go hard.
Definitely. Again, this is why I think this is going to be one of his best coaching jobs because I feel like he's going to get the most out of this group right here more than before, just because of they lost Porzingis, they lost Holiday, and Tatum's out for the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think you're gonna see the best. And again, like Sullivan was saying about Anthony Simons, Mazzulla's gonna get the best out of him because he's not gonna be able to be out there and not gonna play defense.
Yeah.
you can
it's
see
out there.
the
It's been out there. So it was talked about. He talked about it. He
Yep.
said the conversation he had with Missoula was, "Hey, look,
Yeah.
we got to improve the guy." He said, and it's the coach's philosophy. I like the psyche here. He says, the rumor is you can't play defense. Not you don't play defense. And then he said to him, but I know you can.
Yeah.
Right? So he's going to prove that he has a coach that believes in him. And he's going to play. But if you look at their roster, they got a whole bunch of people that got 1 or 2 year contracts. So as Sammy said, you got guys who are playing for a spot.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
When you look at home, what's the guy that came from Toronto? Big man.
The long, I like him.
Listen,
Chris Boucher. Chris
yeah,
Boucher.
he's
tough. He's tough.
He
tough.
plays
though.
really good defense, right?
Yeah.
But he's up there.
He's a
but the
tweener
Celtics-
too. Ain't he playing center or something like that?
Yes.
Powerful. Yeah, powerful. Small ball center.
Like people got upset when the Celtics started cleaning up. That made some, from a business and a basketball perspective, to me it made sense. Porzingis
Yeah, it definitely did.
always hurt, right? Then Drew is a great player, but he's older now, right? And you're going to lock into a 4-year contract with someone who's, by the time they leave, will be 39. I mean, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense from a basketball perspective. And, good things don't last forever, but if you're going to reshift, we could do what the Celtics did back in the 90s when they held on to McHale and Larry Bird. And then when they were all gone, guess what? We went
That was it.
trash.
Right.
We're done.
Even though there was, some, the Len Bias passing and the Reggie, that kind of derailed them even more,
Right.
because they shouldn't have fell off that bad, but yeah, he did hold on to them other guys a little bit longer than what was needed.
I like that kid, Josh Manoink, that they got from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Kid with the braids.
He jumps out the roof. He jumps out the building.
Yo.
Good wing defender. Yeah.
And the young kid that they drafted this year from Spain, Hugo Gonzalez. I like him too.
Yeah.
Watch him.
Jury's still out for me with him.
Game. Like this.
I gotta watch him also, but you never know. He might be a mono.
Yeah, he's tough. He's definitely gonna be tough.
He's 19. My only thing is that he came off a team. He was averaging like 5 points a game, but
right. Yeah.
So I'm like so I got to see something. If you were on a team over in Europe and you were only averaging 5 points a game, you're gonna come in the NBA and be so. He's definitely gonna be a project, but I got to see some more.
Yeah.
In our media, especially the Boston media, we've always got to have a great white. We've got to have a great white hope at all times, right? So they're going to try to build this up, and people say, "Well, he's a Spaniard." They're white too, unless he look like me. They come in. They come in all shades, right?
Yes.
If Sammy walks in as a Spaniard, Sammy's a black Spaniard. But if you were pink, you were a white Spaniard. That's a fact.
He said pink.
He said it's a pink Spaniard. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. What do you guys think, man? Does LeBron does he retire this year? Or what? Is this the last season? Man,
I'm tired of talking about LeBron and his retirement, man.
Huh? Nah, he's waiting till Bryce come in. If Bryce gets drafted next year, he's waiting till Bryce come in.
He gonna go to the same team?
I don't know about all that, but
yeah, that's tough. What year is Bryce in?
He's about to be a freshman.
Yeah.
Oh no, he got to play. What? Don't they got a certain minimum of years in college they got to play still now?
I thought it was 2.
I think he would have to play. He would have to play 1 year essentially.
Okay, so it's still one and done. Okay, it's one and done. Okay,
and he's the better of the two brothers.
No, he is. To me, he is. He can shoot the rock. He can handle it. And he has the size. So I kind of feel it.
So you guys alluded to Detroit earlier about some sleepers. What are some other sleeper teams in the league this year that you're looking forward to watching? Like just some sleeper teams. It's again, the league is stacked with so many, but give me some random sleeper teams that you guys are looking forward to watching this season.
I don't think them Rockets are sleepers, not with KD over there. But
no, they'll be interesting with they lost Fred VanVleet to an injury. He's done for the season.
Oh,
so
damn.
It'll be interesting to see how they it'll be interesting to see how they replace him. And what does the young boy who they drafted from was it Kentucky a few years ago? Reed Shepherd. Let's see.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd does. He was picked the third pick.
He was picked real high. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
I
picked
kind of
real
like him. I kind of like his game, but I mean, with thing going down, he should be able to get a little bit more run. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But I kind of like that Rocket team.
Yeah, the Rockets are gonna do their thing. OKC, so they actually those two play on Tuesday.
Oh shit! Okay,
That's a highlight game to watch. OKC and the Thunder. They play Tuesday, but there's Cleveland. You still can't sleep on them.
Yeah, man, Cleveland's talented, man. It's just something about them come playoff time that I don't believe in. I don't know. It's something about Cleveland.
They don't even believe in themselves.
I feel like it's something with Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't know
what it is. I don't know if it's the small back court. I'm not sure what it is about Cleveland because they got talent and
they definitely do.
They're well coached too. I like Kenny Atkinson's a really good coach. So I'm not sure what it is, but they're definitely going to be one of the best teams in the East, no question, especially regular season. Like they, no question.
What's that power forward's name again?
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. Maybe they need a little bit more scoring and consistency on the scoring side from him. Because I'm just like I feel like defensively he's up there, but offensively it's like you should progress a little bit more as the years are going on. You've been in the league 4 or 5 years now, and can't always count on Donovan and the other little hurt nigga all the time to fucking do all the scoring.
Nigga start shooting threes. Remember, Evan Mobley was never shooting threes before.
Darius Garland.
Garland. Like,
well, that's another thing that's wrong with the NBA. Everybody wants to shoot threes.
Yeah, and everybody can't. That shit don't make no fucking sense. It's fucking up the game, man.
Yeah. Well, even the good players, like even when I look at Tatum, sometimes he's 6'10". You don't have to do a step back separation all the time. Sometimes go to the rack, let him bounce off you.
And that's why I think this Celtic team this year is going to be a lot different. I think they're going to surprise a lot more guys because all those threes that motherfucker was step back taking, you're not going to get that from all them other cats on the team. I mean, they still going to shoot a lot of threes.
Anthony Simons is going to be doing some stuff. He's going to be doing some Dame Lillard step.
It's different. He's different. He's 6'4". He's 6'4", though. I can live with a 6'4" guy doing that bullshit. I can't live with a 6'10" guy doing that same shit. I can't. Especially when you got a bag where you can shake a nigga off the dribble, get to the rack.
Yeah. Right.
Especially when you can get on the block and post up. He has all those skills.
Right. The bad thing with the step back, though, right? If you already got 2 feet of separation, you don't need 3. Just pull up and shoot. Still, like I don't understand it. I see it in the NBA. I see the kids. You got 2 feet of separation. You're still doing a step back. I'm like, why? You already got them.
Yeah.
But it looks nice. It looks cute. Fucking goofies.
It's a lot of extra wasted motion. Like if you got a guy right in your face, the separation makes sense. When you got 2 feet away, just shoot the damn ball.
Yeah. I don't know.
Man. One sleeper team I like, man, and they've been kind of creeping up on in the East for a little bit is Orlando. I like Orlando.
Yeah.
They got Desmond Bane this year in a trade with Memphis to give them some more outside shooting. I've always loved Banchero. If the one flaw I could say with them, it will probably be at the 1. But hopefully if Suggs is healthy, you know what I mean? Like
Suggs, they definitely miss Suggs. Yeah.
Orlando's really, really, really good. They're definitely primed for.
I think with them, their biggest downfall is always injuries. Suggs is hurt, Banchero's hurt. What's the big 6'10" motherfucker that defends like crazy? That nigga been hurt like the first 7 years of his career.
If he plays about 20 games.
Jonathan Isaac.
Like he gives you 22 games a season.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Because he's really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yo, and when you see him like when he's healthy, that motherfucker moves for a big nigga. He moves. He can cover a lot of space. Like he's tough.
Speaking of big guy who ain't big no more, Zion is he's in real good shape.
Saw that.
He's in real good shape. He's Listen, I ain't seen him in this shape ever. He ain't round no more. He's
shout out to
prove.
Joe Dumars, man. Joe Dumars is the new basketball president of operations down there in New Orleans. I think New Orleans could be like a pretty deep if Zion looking like he looks right now, media day and healthy. You know what I mean? Like they picked up Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
They had a nice little draft, free agency. I think New Orleans, man, the West is obviously tough, but I think they can make it interesting out West, especially with Zion like healthy. Because Zion,
and if he turns into a leader too, that will be helpful too. Because he was the little big baby coming when he was first in the league.
Nah, he definitely was.
Yeah, but I watched him the other night. I said, "Damn, that dude is like Diesel."
Yeah,
shoot.
Yeah. So. Who in you guys' opinion are the top 5 players coming into the season?
I'm biased. Jaylen Brown.
I'm with JB too, so
I'm taking JB too.
Okay.
He's
Give me 4 more. Everybody. Okay, let's go. Sammy, we started with you. Let's go to Reem and close it off with the OG. Give me you said Jaylen. Give me 4 more players.
I'm always say Braun. Braun does his thing. He does his thing every year, no matter what. Shit. Giannis. Now that he got his brothers over there, the baby and his bitch ass. Damn. 2 more.
Man, you missing 2 obvious.
I don't know.
Man.
Maybe Curry.
Steph, okay, 4.
Maybe Curry, and I think KD's gonna have one of them type of years because I think he has to prove himself. Especially with this young squad that he got. That they up and coming. They got some good defenders over there. I think I'm gonna go with KD. That's my 5.
KD, Braun, Curry,
and JB,
Giannis, and JB. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Reem.
I'm going with JB, of course.
Yep.
I'm going with John Morant.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Luka.
3.
Give me Wemby. I'm gonna go with Wemby because he's on the
come up. That's a tough one. Yeah.
He's on the come up right now. And so crazy. I'm gonna go with Braun, man. Even though I ain't a Braun head, go with Braun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna go with Wemby. I got JB. I got Giannis, the Joker, and the Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Drew and Steve. I was wondering too. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Nah. I like them. I like SGA. I like SGA. I mean, I probably could have put him over there over Curry, but
I gotta go with the Joker. You know what I mean? I think the Joker is, it's just again, man. He's just so good. He's just so good. He is just so good. So skilled. Just does everything for his team.
He don't play no fucking defense.
It just makes players look better. Again, you didn't name a bunch of all-world defenders either, because Curry's not a defender. Like. You know what I mean? But the Joker, gotta go SGA, gotta go Giannis, gotta go young Anthony Edwards.
Look, Drew, I see what you did, nigga. I see what you did. You trying to help this nigga out because this nigga was lost.
I didn't need any help. I didn't need any help. Then I go Wemby, please. I didn't need any help. I'm watching y'all. You naming 3 guys that played in the Olympic team this year, like
look. Them old cats, they know how to win games.
No,
them old cats know how to win games.
Absolutely,
that's all it is. I may have slipped on SGA, but I'm not slipping on Edwards. Nah. You got to do more, man. I love him. I love his game, but you got to do more. Nah, you got to prove a little bit more.
I mean, again, he's got his team to the conference final. I mean, like this, he's been battling out there in the West, man. He got a good team though. He got a good team. He got some defenders over there. He got a good team. They can be a lot better.
But he's an impact. He's an impact player though.
He's the guy.
No, he is. He definitely is. He definitely is.
He's the
No,
guy.
he is that guy. He is that guy.
Yeah, I slept on Ant, man. I'm taking that back. I'm going with Ant Edwards, not John Morant. Fuck out of here, man. I'm
That's a good snatchback though. That's a good snatchback. You know,
word up. I mean, Tatum isn't playing this year, so Tatum, we're not. It's going into the season. So Tatum is not
talking about this season.
He's not playing.
Yeah, Tatum will come in later on. I think Tatum will be back before All-Star break.
My next question I was about to ask: what do you guys think as far as Tatum coming back this season?
He's coming back.
He is. That was his first major injury. You know, certain people that being young and stuff like that, he's still fairly young. First injuries, like you kind of come back like a little bit quicker.
What's he, 27, 28?
20, about 27. I don't think he's 28 yet. Nah.
27, yeah. He's all right.
He's somewhere in there. But
shoot.
Okay. Listen, Drew poses this. So let's right now. Let's have this conversation as we get into the end of the line. I know we
go back to the OTL.
So we're gonna go back to so it's not just point guards, it's just players. It's just players. So let's go to the top. Let's everybody give their opinion on the top 5 players currently right now in the OTL that are on a roster, that are currently on someone's roster. The top, and you can go if it's all big men, if it's all guard, whatever the case may be. It's your opinion of who are the best 5 players.
We go top 5 players, and then we can go right to top 5 rookies. We can do both.
So I don't know all the rookies yet.
Yeah, well, we can start off with top players.
The top players in the league right now. Who wants to go first? Who wants to jump off?
We always gonna throw the OG out there. I mean, he's
OG. We start with you, OG. Your opinion today. Top 5 players in the OTL.
T. Lee, Zach. What's the light? I don't know his name though. The light-skinned brother that
is he a Hawk also?
Say it again.
Is he a Hawk also? Because I noticed you just named 2 people from your affiliation team right off the top.
Okay, I'm just telling you, right? And then there's a brother, I should know his name, light-skinned brother. We played against him last week. He's Cape Verdean and a Puerto Rican. Can shoot.
Gallo?
Yes. Gallo.
Okay.
He's in my top.
We got Tony Lee, we got Zach, we got Tony Gallo. Two more. Pardon me.
And he's a wild card, right? But McGee I still like, but he's a wild card.
I love Mike Card. Mike played very well today.
Yo, he did.
Very under control. Very well.
They were down 30, and he still kept his composure. I was thinking like this is gonna blow up, but I think Mike.
It's a good 4 right there. Who's the fifth?
Oh, it's so many good ones, to be honest with you.
It is.
Not should have been, or never been, or whatever you want to call them.
The t-shirt.
There never was. No, there never was. Don't get in this list. No, the never was. Don't get on. The never was. Don't get on the list. No, cut it out. No,
this is crazy.
No, the never was. Don't get on the list.
We got to brand that. Never was. We got to use that.
Come back to me. Take a pass. Go back. Come back to me. But that's my 4 right there. But come back.
Hey, Ring, you want to go or you want me to go?
Let me go. I'm gonna go with.
I gotta get my 5th right.
Drew. Hollywood
Drew. Okay.
Hollywood Drew's one of them.
I rock with Drew.
Okay.
Of course, I'm going with Mike McGeezy with one of them too.
McGeezy too.
Stop this. Yep. Oh, Scotty. Why am I bugging? Scotty Suhadi is number 3. He's going to destroy the whole league this year, so watch out for him. Scotty Suhadi. I like Marcos. Marcos from this fucking 76ers. There's nobody fucking with Marcos right now. He's 80 years old.
Nobody.
Still putting up 80.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So, Marcos
is like LeBron right now. Give me That's a fact. I like James. Give me James from Orlando.
James Lambert.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Lambert.
Yeah.
5-2.
I would take James Lambert. Me too. I'll take James.
That's your fifth.
Yeah.
James is my fifth.
Okay.
All right.
Tough 5.
All right.
Little.
I was gonna say Marcos. You know, no one stopped him. Birthday, he'll be 50 April 2nd.
Well, at least he'll be legal to play in the 50 and over like he did this summer.
Yeah, I know, right? You got Marcos. If James Lambert steps in the gym now that you see he's in shape, if he steps in the gym every week, you got James Lambert. You know that's tough. Jarrett Height. Shit. I'm gonna be. Let me see. I'm gonna still say Zach, and I'm gonna be a little bit biased, and I'm gonna say Ant Thomas.
Okay.
Because ain't nobody messing with Ant.
Granddad, yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to be all the way biased here. So
I know that. We know that, Jack.
At point guard, we got Brandon Ball.
We know that.
At shooting guard, we got Anthony
Gurley.
At the 3, we got Mike Jones. At the 4, we got Terrence. Actually, he's not a 4. I'm gonna actually move him over to the 3. But we got my man Sleepy Favors, Terrence
Love
Favors.
Sleep.
And then at 5, I'm gonna go with my man Jarrett Height.
Yeah. And don't forget Rome is in there. Rome's always like one of them. He got a lot better shape. He could be that sleeper at 6. But
You said a lot better shape. Round's a shape.
Well, round is a shape. You're right.
Round's
You're right.
Yo, so you what? Like, what is that? Yo. Oh man. Nah, listen.
Yeah.
Even like, just saying 5, it's tough. I mean,
there's a lot of good talent, man.
I haven't saw it, years ago. But yeah, but now, within the last, like I said, 10, 8 easily, the talent level has just gotten so much better in this league, man. You know what I mean? Where it's tough to even just name 5 players because you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn, I missed this person or this person. You know what I'm saying? Every team across the league has really, really good players, and some that are not even on the top echelon that can kill you. You know what I mean? I didn't even name Tony Gallo in my 5. It's tough.
And again, some of the guys you named, it's not like there's a big separation, right? So
for sure.
It's that's a lot of talent. I'd love to see the opportunity for us to take one player off of each team and then go play against another league that has a 35 and over league. I'd love to see that.
I don't think there's any league that got better 35 and over players than us.
No, I don't doubt that. But I remember years ago we used to go.
Yeah,
we had a Boston team. We used to go and play in spring. It was a 40 and over. We used to go and play in the Springfield League.
Matter of fact, Boo Rice hit me up last year, and he said, "Yo, Sam, could you get me 10 35-year-olds that we can take and make a Boston team, and we'll take them across country, hotels and stuff like that, and they'll just play against other." Because he's in some type of league where he does that now.
Right, he does that, and then we got the team. We go to play, the 50 and over. We go play in New York. The 55
and fellas, if I can get that 10, I got the uniforms already.
Wow, yeah, that'll be dope. Really dope. Okay. Nah, man, but it was definitely good. This was a good episode talking OTL. Selvin, thank you, man, because
thanks for having me, brothers. I enjoy still being able to come in the league and be on the Hawks since probably 2000 is when I first got on with the Hawks.
Wow.
I've been there ever since, right? And so I've been around the league for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's good to still be by it. Now I just take my shit up to the 50 and over and fucking play against the old guy. So
word up.
Yeah. When do y'all start back up? Because we actually need to do a segment on you guys.
We do next Sunday. We start.
That's when y'all. So y'all already did the draft?
Yeah, we did the draft. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of never was's up there too. Listen, we got more never was's up there than listen. It's unbelievable.
Yo,
yeah, but you know what? At 50, we can kind of give them, some, we can kind of go easy on them at 50.
Well, you can, but sometime if a never was get out of his mouth, I'd say a few things to a never was.
I see.
It's good. It's competitive, but we got a whole bunch of never was's up in the 50 and over too.
So man.
I'm gonna come down because I wanted to jump in that league. Yeah.
Well, and this summer we had an illegal team in the league. I'm gonna call you out, Pierre Francois. You there? You listen?
Pierre's like 4 years younger than me.
Well, listen, it's a 50 and over, right? I called it the United Haitian team. They had about 6 guys under 50, right? Man, P, I hope you're there. I tell P this all the time. I said I was never stepping on the court in a 50 and over league if I wasn't 50. I had too much pride.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Fuck that.
Oh, wait, Marcos is on that team.
Yeah, he was. There was only 2 guys they were adopted Haitians. They was an adopted Haitian. Marco was adopted. Yeah.
So what you call them? One of them white Haitians?
Yeah.
Well, they're close, right? They're close, right? They're Caribbean, but that league, they actually. I'll give Marco some credit. If he showed up that day, they would have won the championship. You know what he told me? He says, "Nah." When I realized it was a 15-0, I wasn't going back there. Because he played a few games. He was really honest. He said,
yeah.
But if he showed up, I think they might have won the championship.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the young niggas still lost the championship. Because there's still about 3 or 4 of them still that was under 50.
100. Then the excuse was only 5 or 6 of them showed up. I'm like, listen, don't make a difference. When you in the heat of battle and you come there, 50 was there. 50, the name is 50, but he ain't 50.
He nowhere near. Not yet.
No.
He got a couple of years. About 4.
Eddie was on their team. He's close to 50. So I don't think they had. We don't think they had any 50-year-old on the roster.
Yeah, 50 like 45. He just turned 45 to be in the 45 this year. Yeah,
100%. 100%. That's I was listen, and they're from Cambridge, where I'm from, so I roasted them. I wouldn't, when I would go back we play at the Y Tuesday, Thursday. I said, hey, listen, guess what he played? And they said, no, he didn't. I said, yeah, he played 45, playing in the 15 over league. Playing in the 15 over league.
Man. All right, before we get up out of here, hold on, fellas.
Hey, I appreciate you all. We'll see you all next Sunday.
Yep. Hold on.
Oh, wait. There's no next Sunday. No next Sunday. There's no Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Well, for the 50 and next Sunday, right?
Yeah, we're getting the floor waxed this week on Wednesday, right. So we got an extra week off.
Well, one more credit I'll give to this league, though, and I'll thank John Jackson because I was there in the gym when we brokered the deal when I was working with BCYF. Mm-hmm. This is the longest tenure that the 35 over has had in any gym because they was getting kicked out of gyms left and right.
Yeah, because y'all was fucking unruly. Look, when I got in the league, I said, this is not how it used to be when I used to watch my uncles and them play in this league. I'm like, Selvin, your crew, I can't even say it was my era. It was your era that done fucked up the league.
No, I'm going to say they was a little younger than me, a little bit, like 2-3 years. I don't want to name no names, right?
Ron Diaz?
Nobody, but
Ron Diaz?
Ron didn't start no fights in the gym. You said it, not me. I said I'm gonna say no names.
I just looked at you. I didn't say nothing.
You said a name.
I don't. Do I have to? I'm not holding my breath.
Okay, but there was well. That's when it started sliding downhill. I came in the league before them, so remember I'm much older than them. That's when stuff started slipping to the okay corral.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hold on. We got to get up. Put. Parting shots up.
Throwing in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the 3. Bang! Bang! Jaylen Brown knocks down the 3 to tie the game.
Oh man, Uncle Selvin, he left, man. We want
Sel got a date.
Okay, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, look. Look, when you pop that blue pill earlier, you got to use that shit right away when you're an old nigga.
Yo, you gotta chill.
Yeah, my bad, nigga.
Listen.
You gotta relax.
When you
Look.
look, that shit start taking over.
Yeah. You guys
parting shot. It ain't really a parting shot. It's just my condolences to the Bowden and Bennett family. We lost a great one just yesterday with the passing of Peachy Bowden. I've known that family since they first came to what was Roxbury, now it's South End. She was my next door neighbor. Forever and a day. They put me on to the Caribbean Festival and all types of stuff. They definitely have a large, huge family. Love them all to death. And so just a condolences to the family. That's all I can kind of say right now with that.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Peachy. I also want to say rest in peace to Judge Harris. That is Jay.
Yeah.
B's father, man, that passed away early this week. So
yeah.
Condolences to the Harris family. And unfortunately, I learned about another passing before we got on here. Mr. Greg Grant, rest in peace. We saw his wife Annette takes the pictures at a lot of the tournaments and things of that nature. So condolences to the Grant family. Like I said, it's just been a tough one. Keep your loved ones close, you know what I mean? And like I said, man, we just gotta just live life and enjoy, man, because you never know. It's so tough. So condolences to those families. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Reem, any parting shots? Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Well, man, just shout out to everybody that ain't messing with me on this injury, man. I'll be back in a few.
You said they didn't mess with him?
They ain't messing with me, cuz. It's all
good,
good, though.
Don't say they on that sucker. All right.
I'll be back.
It's all good, man. That's why you here with Grove Hall, because you rock with us and we rock with you. We love you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. You know what I mean? But another episode, Grove Hall, Sunday nights. We'll be back next Sunday. Even though there's no OTL games, we still got some shit to talk.
We'll figure something out. All
right, but in that, stay tuned. See y'all next week. Grove Hall Podcast. We out.
Yes, sir. What the fuck? The Rockets practice faculty. Get the fuck out of here. Not bad. Shit, I forgot to send this shit off to fucking Deb.